something I also realized is that after being in a different country and speaking a different language for a year, you start to forget pieces of you and pieces of your personality, your identity that you start to just leave behind, which is good because as a missionary, you really do want to take Christ's name on you and just really forget yourself and get to work, as we always repeat. But something I learned that was so helpful was keeping a sense of humor. And certain people that you're with will pull that out of you. I remember the girl I trained, she was just this ball of sunshine, and I could just laugh with her all the time. And I realized, oh my goodness, the first 6 months of my mission, I wasn't laughing very much. And I made myself miserable because I was so stressed. And because I was so stressed about learning a language, I didn't even try to crack jokes in Spanish. But I had so much fun with her, and just her light personality really helped me. That's just a great tool to like manage stress and keep yourself happy and keep yourself going. Just because you're a missionary and you're spiritual doesn't mean you can't laugh. And I forgot that way too much. And it is hard to be able to express yourself that way in a different language. I remember I had all native companions, or like Latina companions, up until, I don't know, like after like a year and 3 months or whatever in my mission. And I was put with this other American sister. And I was really excited, we were jabbering in English even though we weren't really supposed to. And I remember we were just laying in bed trying to sleep. We were supposed to be asleep after 10:30, but we were just kind of chatting, and because we couldn't fall asleep. And I think, I can't remember if it was her or if it was me, but I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, sister, I'm back. Like, my personality is back. I forgot about her. Like, my sense of humor, like Rachel is back. And I remember what it feels like to be me. And part of that is just the language, is you just forget about certain aspects of you. And sometimes it's good to not go too far in the way that you want to go home and you just give up on the mission. But I think you can be true to yourself and enjoy it. And just, I don't know, I just thought it was interesting how she felt the exact same ways, that we kind of had lost our identities and rediscovered them. So I think that was really good advice, is just to be cheerful and find things to laugh at. Even if it's stuff from culture here in the US, if you can just make connections to like make yourself chuckle along the way, I think that's great. So yeah, that's one thing. Another thing, I did have a companion who, her and I were really different, but she was my second American companion, and our differences sometimes clashed, and we had a hard time getting along for a while. And sometimes, she would just offend me or I would offend her, and it was just kind of, we both acknowledged that it was really hard. But something I admire so much about her is she started doing this little tradition of, she called it T-Block, or T-Block, yeah. So where's my journal? I have this journal that is full of notes. I hope I'm not embarrassing her by this, but you can just see all of these little red notes here all throughout my journal. Every single day in that companionship, she would write me a note, and she'd sign it at the bottom, TPLOC. I never knew what it meant. It was that little mystery. And at first, even if we had a day we fought, and the note would still come every night or every morning. I never knew when it was going to come, but always, showed up on my pillow, showed up in my scriptures. And I thought it was such a beautiful expression of love. And what a great way, even if you're having a hard time finding something good in that person, she would compliment me. And they were just full of compliments. Like, one would say, some of them are in Spanish. Let's find an English one. Well, I think all of them are in Spanish. She'd say, thank you for sharing what you're learning with me. Your testimony, your faith strengthened my faith. Or, I like how you express gratitude and thanks. And it's something that's really pretty about, or like really great about you. So she'd just find good things about me. And I thought, I really need to do this for her. Like, that was such a great way. If you're struggling in a companionship and you're just not, that's like the type of person you don't think you would ever be friends with, maybe initially, there's a way to develop charity and look for those positive things rather than, if you're looking for negative stuff, you're always going to find it. And at the very last day of my mission, I don't even know if I have it in here, she gave me this big note that explained what T-block is, and it represents the pure love of Christ. And that was something that she was really striving for in her mission, and that she had really developed with me. It must have been that difficult. But I just thought it was a beautiful lesson, and really spiritually, it's been a theme that I've taken home with me for my mission. I just really want to have charity, and I'm still so far away from it, but I think serving my mission really taught me that. And this is something I wish I had learned earlier, is that we get so caught up in obedience and doing things right and being perfect. And I think we forget that being perfect doesn't mean checking off everything on the list. It means having a pure heart and loving people. And just studying the scriptures, I realized that's all that really matters, is God just wants us to love and have charity. And we're not getting into the celestial kingdom if we don't love others. And I learned that on my mission. I wish I had forgotten, not forgotten, but stopped worrying so much about the little things, and having charity be the main focus. And all of the mission rules would be attached to that charity or revolve around it, but not let the structure of the rules determine my mission and charity be something I was just trying to fit in around it. I really think that our God loves us, and that missionary service is about charity. And it's been a theme for my life that I've been striving for since, is to really try to embed that in my life, even though I still struggle so much. But it's something that I really learned from that companionship, that even though it was really hard at the time, I look back and I'm so grateful for her and for her friendship now. So